This tutorial is about in-text notation. We're going to take a break from Model UN and we're going to look at a new article that just came up. And we're basically going to be writing about the Bulls and the Heat. So the Chicago Bulls and Miami Heat. Now, whatever your opinion is, the purpose of this is just to talk about in-text notation. So we'll start off with our thesis statement. The Chicago Bulls seemed like they were going to lose. The Miami Heat has been playing really well and has won a lot of their previous games. Obviously, if you know more about basketball than me, then you're able to add more details. But now we're going to go to a website where we have the Heat streaks. Oh wow, look. Refusing to back down, the Bulls stopped the Heat streak at 27, and the Bulls beat the Heat 97 to 101. Now, I don't know that much about the Bulls, just like you guys don't know that much about what you're talking about with Model UN. So what I'm going to look for is a good quote that I want to include in my paper. So I'm reading through this. Let's see. I think this is interesting, so I'm going to take this. It's a nice little quote. So I copied it. I'm looking at the name of my author, which is Ben Strauss, and I know it was published on 2013. So I'm going to go and continue with my writing. It seemed, so the game was rough. The Bulls seemed to be ahead, but then fell quickly. According to Strauss, look, I put the name in there. I put my quotations. And I'm just going to go ahead and copy and paste it. So I've got my quotation in there. It's loading. Load. And we'll change my font to Calibri. Size 11, so it's the same. So according to Strauss, make sure it makes sense, a 13-3 Miami third quarter spurt closed the deficit, and the Heat took their first lead of the game, 59-58, with 4 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the quarter. Now, here's the important part. Rather than having this period right here, let's go ahead and zoom up so you can see it. So rather than having that period right there, you're going to have to delete that. Parentheses, who wrote it? Strauss. What year did he write it in? 2013. Close the parentheses, put the period. One thing we're missing, quotation mark. So we've got a quotation mark in there, parentheses, author's name, year, close parentheses, period. Explain what the quote means, just like as we should. Miami was about to continue a winning streak that rivaled what the LA Lakers had done in the past. Now, am I sure about that? Not really, but I know the Lakers are good, and that's the point. But let's go ahead and get another quote from another article. So we're going to go here, and let's just go ahead and go to Google. We'll Google Bulls versus Heat. And we've got Yahoo Sports. And we find out, oh no, Derrick Rose was injured. So Derrick Rose sat out for Wednesday's game against the Heat, and it looked like they still won. So interesting. We'll go ahead and take that. We'll take that quote. We see that there's no author. It's the Associated Press, but it was written 4 hours ago, which was today. So that's 2013. So we'll go ahead and put this in. So Miami should have won. They had their players. Chicago was playing down. According to the Associated Press, which we saw before, quotation mark, insert our quote, injured Chicago Bulls star Derrick Rose sat out Wednesday's game against the Miami Heat and sounded like a player who might just miss the entire season. Take out the period, quotation mark, Associated Press, 2013, close parentheses, period. What a win that the Bulls pulled out against the Heat. And we're done. I've got my 2 in-text citations. There's one. Ay, ay, ay. And there's the second one. So make sure you include at least 3 in your paper and you'll be good to go.